Hello Predator fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. We finally have here the official release of the Predator prequel trailer titled Prey. This not only is technically Predator 5, but also officially the first Predator movie under the Disney ownership. As someone who was not a big fan of the last Predator movie, I was hoping this movie could nail it and bring the Predator back into popularity, even though it's a film going straight to streaming. So what I'm gonna be doing here for you guys is giving you my reaction to this trailer, breaking it down, really just putting together my overall thoughts on this, raising some concerns that I'm seeing some fans make, while also trying to look at the positives of this film and how this is what I think Predator should be. But I'm gonna need your guys' opinions down below as well. How do you feel about the trailer for Prey? Does this make you excited? Were you a fan of the last Predator movie? Do you think they're headed in the wrong direction? And does a strong woman make you scared, little boy? Huh? Come on, leave a hate comment.
Why do you want to hunt?
Because you all think that I can't. I saw a sign in the sky. I'm ready.
Maoy, Nita.
There's something out there. I'm coming with you.
You can't.
I'm trying to protect you.
Protect me from what? It's time.
It knows how to hunt. I know how to survive. Whatever did this, I can kill it.
Alright, so just diving into the trailer now. This looks extremely promising, and I'm very happy with the direction Predator is now going. I feel you can obviously tell this movie was made on a lower budget, which is probably why they decided to throw it on streaming instead of giving it the theatrical release, because when you compare it to the last Predator movie and the amount of money that was pumped into that, I guess it would feel like a downgrade, but this is the story I would much rather prefer. Franchises like Jurassic Park, Terminator, and Predator to me were always those kind of movies that switch genre halfway through their franchise. If you go back and watch that first Predator movie, that first Terminator movie, they're basically straight up horror movies. They're this unbeatable force going down, taking a team and taking them down in horrific ways, leaving a lone survivor by the end. But then as the sequels continue, it lead more into the action franchise, leaving the horror and thrills behind, to where we just eventually got that last Predator movie that I was like, what are you doing? So here with Prey, I'm getting those vibes that they're making the Predator go back to its horror roots, making it threatening and scary, and putting it in an interesting setting back in Comanche times with Native Americans. But I do want to mention some of my negatives or worries I have with this movie, because I'm not going to pretend like it's the most amazing thing to happen. For one, the Native American tribe members in here speaking casual English just feels so off to me. I think that's where the movie loses a little bit of its authenticity factor to me. They try throwing in a little Comanche here in the trailer, but it just feels kind of weird seeing them talk as regular English as I'm talking. Maybe you could say this is around the times Native Americans and colonizers were together, so they learned English from them, but even then they would not speak it so perfectly and casual. They would have accents and fumble a little bit where I wouldn't have minded subtitles and letting the body movements of the actors speak louder than their words. Also, while I'm totally against the people being so harsh on this movie just because it's a woman protagonist and she's gonna be the one fighting this predator, and people are like, that's unrealistic, that can't happen, when we've literally had so many other great movies with lead female protagonists, Ripley, Sarah Connor, any slasher movie ever made. I don't know why people are surprised with this when it's a common trope to have a female lead in these horror-like situations. But with that said, I can see the annoyance coming in with how the trailer presents it.
Why do you want to hunt?
Because you all think that I can't.
And then 10 seconds later in your trailer, you show yourself almost getting killed by a CGI bear.
Why do you want to hunt?
Because you all think that I can't. Because you all think that I can't.
Kinda hard to defend ya, movie. But again, those are just nitpicks. Going back to talking about it here, let's focus on The Predator. I think because of the last Predator movie and some of the most recent Predator films, people have gotten so used to a super high-teched out Predator. It's understandable, they have invisible technology, but I feel like they're doing something differently with this Predator where it's not as high-tech as we're used to, and that makes sense. It's a prequel. Plus, the thing I've always loved about the Predators is that they do this for the hunt. They don't get any enjoyment out of going after a creature that's easy for them to take down. They want something that's a challenge, that might hurt them, that might make them not survive, because that's like the whole point of their existence. So I love some of these sequences we're seeing go down with the Predator, because it looks like even after it's taken down that bear, it's going to use its skull to make a mask. So that to me kind of lets me know this Predator came down with limited tech, not as much armor, and he had to build it himself using his bones. I really also get a feeling that the film is holding back on showing some of the bigger action sequences, but the little bits they show, oh, this is a scary Predator. And I want to remind people who are saying, yeah, Chris, but it's still unrealistic that a Native American will be able to defeat a Predator. Do you guys not remember the first movie? Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't defeat a Predator with guns, grenades, bombs. In the end, all he used to take down the Predator was mud, trees, sticks. He was about to smash it with a rock. All things that Native Americans have access to and have actually been using from birth, because every day of their lives is a fight for survival. If anything, I think it's more believable. It's just so funny to me that because Arnold has big muscle, Arnold should win. Women don't have big muscle, women should not win. So honestly, very excited for this. I hope it works out. Heck, I wouldn't even mind it if the Predator wins this time, because I think it's pretty obvious the main character will come out victorious. But after all these movies where the Predator has just constantly lost, and we're building them up as this higher class race that just loves hunting down creatures, it would be kind of cool if they finally won once and then we move on in the sequel to another time period with this same Predator. But I throw it off to you guys. Are you excited for this Predator prequel titled Prey? What things do you love about the trailer? What things make you hesitant? Be really curious to hear from you guys. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.